Hello everyone and welcome to my review of the Nreal Air. I like them, but I think it's important to set realistic expectations. My first point is that these are not VR glasses. These are not AR glasses, even though they are marketed as such. They have no cameras, so that means no real-world tracking or any real-world interaction. It's just a screen strapped to your face. It's a good screen strapped to your face, but don't go around thinking this is like real AR. My next point is the screen size. I thought the screen would be bigger. I showed them to someone and his immediate reaction was, I expected the screen to be bigger too. You watch all the reviews and everyone talking about how huge the screen is, and the marketing throws all these big numbers like it's 130-inch at 4 meters or 201 at 6 meters. But in reality, it's actually 500-inch at 16 meters. Get my point? Marketing is just throwing these big numbers around when most people don't really have a frame of reference. When sitting at a desk with a monitor at arm's length, it's a bit smaller than a 27-inch, something like a 25-inch. I hope this helps you get a better idea of the size to expect. I have a 110-inch projector screen, and sitting at around 3 meters away, it's still much smaller than that. But there's also a mental aspect to it. If you are right in front of a wall, the screen will feel really small, but if you are staring at a wall that's far away, it will feel much larger. But you know, it's always the same size. It's not bad, but when you watch the sponsored reviews, everyone talks like it's a giant, enormous screen, when it's more like a nice, mid-sized screen. Next, the companion app made by Nreal, Nebula, is completely useless. If your phone is not compatible, don't think you are missing out. This is the only way to get a bit of the AR experience they promise, where you see stuff tracked around you, and you can move the windows and stuff like that, but it's so limited that you will never use it. All you can do is open browser windows. That's it. You can't use any of the apps in your phone, pin them around, stuff like that, forget it. Only browser windows. It has this app for exercising on a treadmill or stationary bike that shows you trails from around the world. But these are not even 360 VR videos. It's just a flat video, like you could find thousands on YouTube. In fact, on YouTube, you could find actually 360 videos of people just walking around. But there's no way to straight up watch a VR video on YouTube. It's mind-blowing that this isn't a feature. All the sponsor reviews making up excuses that Nreal is a new company and stuff like that, but Nreal Air is the second official released consumer glasses. They released the Nreal Lite back in 2020. This software is almost 3 years old and is completely bare bones. A $5 piece of plastic that you stick your phone into has more VR and AR capabilities than this. There are barely any apps, and the few that exist are made for the Nreal Lite and are not compatible with the Air because the Air doesn't have cameras to track your environment. They recently released an YouTube app, but you still can't watch 360 content, so what's even the point? When you try to watch 360 videos on this app, it's the phone that controls the movement, so you have to strap your phone to the glasses and use it like this? It's a joke. Anyway, this is Nebula, a worthless piece of software that you'll use once or twice and ditch it. Like, they even added a record tool and a useless pet, when all this app gives you is a browser window that cannot play DRM protected content. So no Netflix and Friends. To watch that, you need to swap the screen to mirror mode, which, as the name suggests, mirrors your screen, and you lose all the tracking. The screen will always be glued in place. There's no more like move it here or move it there. It's always in front of you. You can choose to mirror the full size of the glasses, or just a smaller window to the side so you can still see what's going on in front of you. Again, I want to point out that there's no official way to watch 360 VR 3D side-by-side content. There's a guy that developed an app to do it, but the content has to be stored locally. One 3D movie is like 80 gigs, so it's not very practical, but at least, thanks to him, there's a way. Nreal announced that they are going to release a similar app in the future, but still the same problem, the content has to be stored on your phone. Although a new version available to developers allows you to turn the glasses in side-by-side mode, where it's recognized as a 32:9 panel instead of the normal 16:9. So at least for 3D side-by-side movies, you'll be able to just stream it online. For VR stuff, no luck. There's no way to go on YouTube or any other website and just watch a bunch of 360 videos online. And I feel that a product like this should be able to do it easily, but it cannot. There is another third-party app that claims it can, but it just crashes when I put a YouTube link, so I had no luck with that either. There is a way to play PC VR games on the glasses. When watching the reviews, I thought, awesome, I'm 100% going to do that. This will be awesome playing Sims, but after getting the glasses, the field of view is not worth the trouble. We have 180 degrees of vision, right? For comparison, the Vive is 110 and it already feels restrictive. This is 46. It's really not worth the effort. We have to download a bunch of stuff and set it all up. Don't have any ideas of using this to play VR. If you want VR, get VR glasses. The glasses come with built-in speakers and honestly, I wasn't expecting much and still I was disappointed. It literally sounds like what it is. Like holding a earbud 1 inch from your ear. Zero bass, super thin and metallic sound. It sucks and they spread the sound. Anyone around you will hear it, and if it's quiet, they will definitely hear everything, even at low volumes. There's no privacy when using the built-in speakers. After this rant, you might think I hate the glasses, but I don't. I like them. But if you're going to buy them, you need to know that these are not AR glasses in any way, shape or form. These are just a monitor strapped to your face. The screen is good. Very good detail, really sharp. Nothing like VR glasses. It's actually a nice screen. But if you think the screen is not sharp, you need glasses. Simple as that. Get prescription lens, stick them in there, done. The only problem I found with the screen, and a lot of people complain about it too, is the color profile. It feels like they put the saturation and contrast sliders all the way up. And you see a very noticeable color bending in certain scenes. But this is just software. Should be pretty easy to fix when they let you change the color settings. Nreal says that option is coming, but it's not here yet. Although, in their defense, I get why they choose this color setting. When you are in bright environments, it helps the image not feel washed out. When I say bright environments, I mean inside with bright lights, because outdoors in the sun, the glasses are simply not bright enough to be usable. And, really pop. It's only when you use it in dark spaces that it becomes obvious that the colors are too contrasted and saturated. But honestly, that doesn't bother me that much. Use cases for this. To me, the real use case for this is entertainment on the go. Watching Netflix while you commute to work or school, the glasses will give you a bigger screen than your phone, and you don't have to strain your neck or arms holding the phone. Cloud gaming is another good use case, working remotely on your computer while away from office. Basically, if you are on the move a lot, you'll love this. But if you are at home, then this doesn't replace a good monitor or a projector. This is for when you want to travel with a big monitor while also wanting to travel light. If you have a Samsung phone, you can use Dex instead of screen mirror. And to me, Dex is really the way to go with these glasses. If you don't know, Dex is a desktop mode for Samsung phones. It runs independently on the connected screen, so you can have your phone screen turned off and still using Dex on the glasses. This saves you a lot of battery because the other option is screen mirror mode, where you have to have the screen always turned on and you have your phone powering its own screen and the glasses. Dex is a really powerful and useful feature, and it's the main reason I only buy Samsung phones. I use it with my laptop, and now with these glasses it allows me to be even lighter on the go. Now I have a bigger screen with a smaller footprint. With just a foldable keyboard and a mouse, I can be anywhere in the world connected remotely to my home computer, which I did recently. I went to Vietnam and I was working on my computer while laying in a hotel bed 6 hours away from my home. It was one of those moments that makes you think we're really living in the future. For people looking into this for working and adding a second monitor to their workstation, when you connect to Windows, the screen is always fixed in front of you. Macs have the Nebula app available that actually lets you place monitors in a virtual space, but Windows doesn't have that. I don't have a Mac, so I couldn't test it, but for Windows it's useless. Having the screen locked means it's hard to look at the corners, and it's hard to look at any other monitor you might have because the screen is always in front of you. I'd say that in an office setting, these things don't replace a monitor. Another thing I want to make clear is that these glasses are not 90 Hz. You see big YouTubers say it is, websites claiming it is, but it is not. This misunderstanding is because the panels they are using are capable of doing 90 Hz, but they heat up a lot, so Nreal limited them to 60. If you go to the developer settings, you can toggle 72 Hz, but never 90. Again, these glasses do not have 90 Hz refresh rate. The last point I want to talk about is battery life. Website claims 5 hours, and I'd say that's about right. Obviously it depends on your phone and what you are doing. I have the Samsung Fold 3 and I get around that. If you are using demanding apps like emulators, then it's much less than that. It chugs battery like crazy, even in Dex mode. But just watching Netflix, you can get that easily. And that's it. It's a nice gadget, I like them, but there's a lot of misinformation around them. So I hope you liked the video, thank you for watching, and have a great day.